Howdy, howdy. Welcome on in to the pre-show before the free show.
Hi, everybody.
On
Welcome to the
Tuesday.
pre-show before the free show. We got some... We're fundamentally, I think people know this, we're the number one source for news in the state of Texas.
Dateline.
People know that, right?
Yes.
Like, we're basically the New York Times of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the New York Times of... I don't know where the New York Times is based. Dateline!
Dateline.
Crystal Beach, Texas. You know where Crystal Beach is?
Is that closer towards the Houston area of the
Galveston.
beach? Yeah.
Galveston area.
It's kind of over there. It's basically what Mustang Island is to like the Port Aransas
You can
area.
get. Let me ask you: do you want me to read from the? Do you want me to read from TMZ or CNN?
You should be reading from TexasFootball.com if we're the New York Times of Texas.
You want me to read from TMZ? Or
TMZ. They tend to have a little bit more drama.
A massive event for Jeep fanatics
Oh.
called Go Topless Weekend
Oh, yeah. I've heard of this.
became a po-po hotspot, with cops busting more than 230 people during the wild event.
Oh, no.
The Jeep-focused celebration took place in Galveston County and saw tons of Jeep owners flocking to the beach in their unique rides. The event looks kind of like an adult spring break, and the sheriff's office treated it as such, making 155 arrests on Friday alone before topping off at 234 by midday Sunday. They revealed a huge number of arrests during a Sunday news conference. 221 were misdemeanors like public intoxication and disorderly conduct, the usual for enormous beach parties. So basically, all these people took their Jeeps down to the beach, like all at once.
Have you never heard of Go Topless Weekend?
I've never heard of Go Topless Weekend.
Oh, okay. It's a legitimate, it's been a thing. Because the other part of Jeep culture, have you heard of the rubber ducks?
No, I haven't heard of the rubber ducks.
If you have a Jeep, they're, you know how, rubber ducks, there's normal rubber ducks, but then there's, ones that have, funny little things on them, like a little hat or whatever,
Yeah,
like
sure.
a policeman duck
If
or
you
something
go to
like that.
if you go to London, I bet you can get
Get
one
a
that
London
looks like
duck.
the
little guards. Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So Jeep owners will pass around ducks. Like if you're parked at a Walmart and someone sees that you have a Jeep, sometimes you'll come out and there will be a little duck on your thing, and it's like this Jeep thing. So there's a lot of ducks that get passed around at Go Topless Weekend.
Yeah, I'm seeing some pictures of people with ducks.
Yeah. That seems like boo-hoo of the cops to do that.
I think we're going to come at this from different places then. And certainly I'm not part of it, and I understand it, and not everything has to be for me. I want to be clear. Don't get Jeep, people. Don't get it. I don't get it. First of all, and Jeep's not a sponsor. I'd love for them to be a sponsor. I'd love to retract this. Every time I've rented a Jeep, not impressed.
Yeah.
I understand. Basically, it seems to me that people get Jeeps, and it's like grown-up Legos. It's like you customize it in the way that you want, and you, build it out to be your very special thing.
But people do that with a lot of vehicles.
I feel like Jeeps,
trucks are the exact same thing.
Well, certainly, but I feel like that is not necessarily... Jeeps feel like their own specific thing. There's truck people, but truck people goes across a vast variety of different... there's a lot of different kinds of trucks. It feels like basically it's like Wranglers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is my Lano coming through.
Here comes Country Pickle.
Yeah, that that was the thing with the guys in high school and stuff. Who has the brightest fog light? Who has the loudest horn? Who cut off their muffler so that the black smoke goes? That's a big thing in our neck of the woods, which also so were Jeeps. Just because you live in Lake Town, country, you're out on the property. I don't know.
You had an important sentence. I don't disagree with you. I think you're making a great point, but you had an important part of that sentence. High school.
Yeah, but I mean, I know, I'm talking when I was in high school, as in when I was living in Llano. I guess I wasn't.
And to be clear, I have friends who are Jeep people.
Yeah.
And I love my friends dearly.
Yeah.
But every time I look at their Jeep, I'm like, golly,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like a huge investment.
Yeah.
For go topless weekend.
I will say, like, I in my brain have always looked at a Jeep, like a normal Jeep Wrangler that you can take the top off and do that, as like if you have the means to have like a third fun car for that reason, like to pull a jet ski, to pull a boat,
Does
to
feel
be
like a disposable income thing.
Yeah, exactly. I've never looked at a Jeep and been like, I want that for my everyday vehicle, but I have looked at it during the summer and gone, oh man, like if I'm just driving around town and it's a gorgeous day, I'd love to be able to do that and drive, just like having a convertible. Would I want a convertible for my everyday car? No, but to have it.
Certainly the wrong guy to ask here, because I am.
You're not car guy at all.
No, my cars are functional tools.
Yeah.
Like, I own a car because I need to get places.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, it's nice that it can play music.
Yeah.
That's basically as far as I get.
Right. Well,
like that's where like I've never had a new car. Like, I probably will never have a new car.
Yeah.
Like, it's just they're all
No, I think I have like the oldest car out of anyone in this building.
I buy a used car. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, and then I'm gonna get another used car.
See, but then there's people in our office. Like, I would say Powers is more of like a car person. Like he.
Oh no, Powers is not a car person.
He's
Powers
a truck
is
person.
Truck
well,
he's
before
truck
then
man.
he had a Hummer, so he likes.
Did have a
That's what I'm saying. Like
Hummer.
car people.
Yeah.
So, and some of my family's like that. Like, my parents ride their cars until they literally fall apart. Like, we never get new cars. They've got a truck that's older than I am almost. And it's like, but my aunt is big car person. Like, they love the new cars. I feel like it's just some people's things.
That's the other thing, is the people who lease and the people who are like there are people who it's very clear that one of their priorities is that is really important for them to have a nice car, a nice new car.
Yep.
And like, cause I remember the first time I came across this, and it was like, certainly it was like in my mid-20s, and like it was a buddy of mine who had like a much more affluent job than I did, right?
Yeah.
Like, finance guy. And he was like, yeah, like, I leased my car. I was like, oh, like, how long have you had it? He's like, oh, let's see, I've had this one for 6 months. I'm like, oh, cool. How long did you have your last one? He's like, about a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You're just like getting a new car every year?
Yep.
That seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just cheap.
I was just gonna say same. I'm the exact same way. I haven't had a car payment in a long time because I paid it off in college, and so that's why it's like
awesome.
I'm probably getting to the point where I'm going to have to upgrade at some point soon. But it's like
Because of the kid.
I just yes, all 7 of them that I need room for in my minivan. But I was like, yeah, I really enjoyed not having a car payment.
For sure. Anyway,
Different people. I do think
people.
I would like to just see the scene of Go Topless Weekend.
Yeah.
As a bystander. What do you think happens if I pull up in, I'm not going to tell people what I drive, but what do you think happens if I show up in my little car to Go Topless Weekend?
That would be awesome.
I don't even have a sunroof.
You just have like I'm not gonna
normal standard car.
Sedan.
Yeah, I have
like,
normal
car.
Little, yeah. I don't even have a sunroof.
You have the car that you go to the vending machine, you're like, yep, all right.
All right, yep, exactly.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. I'd love to do it in my car, which is like, it's like small SUV.
Yeah.
But like not a Jeep.
I would love
just, like,
to go.
Roll up and be like, hey guys.
Yeah, I would love to go in a car that just had a sunroof.
Yeah.
And it's like, go topless!
Yeah, let's crush Go Topless Weekend.
Okay, I'm in.
Anyway.
Let's not get arrested, though.
Pickle! Did the arrow sign? Yes, y'all. From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas, it is Texas Football Today, a show on the internet. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, texasfootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live, texasfootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places, or you'll listen to us on the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part. Support your local mediocre internet show. I'm sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. She's the Duchess of the Dorks, Miss 305. She's Ashley Pickle.
Hi, friends. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
Today is a Tuesday. May 23rd,
Math Tuesday.
2023. It is 100 and, I forgot to look this up, 184 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to Drew Carey. And here to play a game called How Old Is He Today is Ashley Pickle. Ashley Pickle, how old is Drew Carey today?
57.
Can I blow your mind?
Yeah.
65.
Cool. Wow. See, I thought I was going a little bit high. I knew he was older than I thought he was. Wow.
He looks
65?
Gotta be honest, looking pretty good for 65. I know he's getting makeup done every day and stuff like that on
Oh,
Price
yeah,
is Right, but
still.
good for you, Drew Carey.
Like, I mean, there's times where I put on makeup and I still feel like you can see the bags under my eyes, so that means he's doing pretty well.
Episode 1597. On today's show, folks, we're going to have Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
We're going to give you a couple of numbers to watch heading into the 2023 season. Milestones that could be reached by some coaches and some programs coming up 2023. We'll get to that. In the back half of the show, Matt Stepp caught up with the new head coach of the Conroe Grand Oak Grizzlies, Coach Shaun McDowell, making the move from Richmond Foster, where he had a very successful run, over to Conroe Grand Oaks, the newest? Newest program in Conroe?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Gotta be. Yeah, the newest program in Grand Oak, or in Conroe.
Their
rather.
logos and color scheme rule.
Yeah, very good.
It's like a blue and orange bear.
Very
That
good.
slaps.
Shaun McDowell, we'll hear from him and his conversation with Matt Stepp coming up here at the back half of the program. Do we have first four through the door?
We sure do. It was Nick Morton, Tony Blaylock, Daniel Agnew, and Zill0678. Welcome in, friends.
Hi, friends. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. We're 3 days away from sending the magazine to press. It goes on Friday. And you know what? I'm going to tease this.
Okay.
We might have a very big announcement at the end of this show.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll grab the important person to help make that announcement.
Oh, okay.
Is
Okay,
that
that's
cool?
perfect. Yeah, that works. I have a lower third made, so.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Big announcement coming up here at the back half of the program. All right, Pickle. You know, one of the things that we like here on the show during the off season, we always try to. It's obviously not a ton of games to talk about.
Mm-hmm. No games, actually.
No games, actually. Rounding down, it's 0.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to fill our time, but luckily there's one oasis every week,
Mm-hmm.
and that's on Tuesday, where we celebrate Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday. Math Tuesday.
It's Math Tuesday here on Texas Football Today. An opportunity to dive into the numbers and give you a closer look at what football in the state of Texas looks like. And so I want to take a look at some milestones. We, on this program, of course, Math Tuesday, we're big fans of round numbers because they are definitely a construct, but it's a construct that we just go along with.
Yeah.
You know, number 301 doesn't matter any more than number 300, but it's fun. It's fun to make banners. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to take a look at some milestones that we could be seeing in 2023. There are, of course, from a coaching perspective, from a program perspective, we've got an eye on a few different areas to see how we can explore. Of course, there's milestones from a personal perspective. I think you go back to last year, Claude Mathis winning his first state championship, right? Reginald Samples winning his first state championship. Denny Faith winning his first state championship, right? And then there's programs that win their first state championship, like Hawley. That's obviously a milestone. What we're talking about specifically, because it's Math Tuesday, is that we're looking at round numbers. Opportunities to reach those milestones where, for example, I'll give you an example, and this is not in the world of football, but my wife on Friday will finish her 15th year in the classroom.
Nice.
Right? Now, is the 15th year more like remarkable than the 14th year or the 16th year? No. But are we going to make a big deal out of 15 years in the classroom?
Oh, yeah.
You're darn right. It sounds better.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you gotta take like a stepping stone to give yourself a pat on the back. You know, like if you're not climbing for that, then what are you climbing for?
100%. And so we want to take a look at some milestones that could be on the horizon in the 2023 Texas high school football season. We're going to start with the coaches, and specifically at the very top of the UIL Texas high school football coaching wins list. So Phil Danaher, of course, is the all-time winningest coach in Texas high school football history at 490 wins. Second on that list is a guy who's going to coach this year, Randy Allen, head coach at Highland Park. But I regret to inform him that he will not be able to catch Coach Danaher this year. He is still 55 games behind Coach Danaher. He's at 435, where Phil Danaher is at 490. However, he can make a nice little dent in it if he keeps on trucking. But he is second on that list. What I am interested in, you see, Denny Faith. Denny Faith right now is 5th on the all-time UIL Texas high school football list. And actually, he passed Jim Streety with his state championship run. He tied him with the semifinal win. He passed him with the state championship win last year. So he's now 5th all-time in UIL Texas high school football coaching wins history. He cannot get to 4th place. He's 50 behind Gordon Wood. Mm-hmm. However, he can get, with 6 wins this year, he can get to 350. And he can become just the 5th coach in Texas high school football history to get 350 wins.
Which I think we would all be shocked if
Albany
doesn't get 6 games.
I don't want to spoil the magazine. We think Albany will probably be pretty good.
Yep.
I think they're going to win 6 games. That's a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
That's a free bit of analysis you don't have to buy the magazine for. Okay.
But buy the magazine.
You got Jim Streety there at 6th. You've got Dennis Alexander there at 7th, who we just saw at the Texas High School Coach Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And then down there, you've got Reginald Samples, the head coach at Duncanville. Reginald Samples is sitting at 326. With a big year, with 14 wins, he could tie Dennis Alexander for 7th on the list.
Yeah. With
15 wins, he could pass him. So he could be all alone in 7th place in UIL Texas high school football history with a big season. It would take a really big season, but he could certainly do it. And we, again, spoiler alert, Duncanville probably pretty good this year. I think he'll have a shot at it.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you'd have to have a great year, but 14 wins or 15 wins, I think is certainly.
It's not like they haven't had 15 wins in the past, 4 of the past 5 seasons.
Absolutely right. So those are the teams. That's the very top of the coaches list. But now I want to dig down deeper. Obviously, you can have teams getting to 350, which would be huge. But here are some other coaches in UIL 11-man Texas high school football that can get to big round numbers, let's call it. Larry Hill at Smithson Valley. Larry Hill at Smithson Valley can become a member of the 300 win club, which is a class that does not take long to call roll. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He could become the 15th member of the 300 win club with 3 wins at Smithson Valley. Again, I think he's probably got that going to happen. Same thing with Richard Barrett at Kennedale. He's sitting at 247. I think it's a pretty good chance he's going to get to 250, which is a pretty big accomplishment there. Todd Rogers at Argyle, if they get another big year, 15 wins, he can get to 250 wins, which would, again, a pretty big milestone in coaching. Jack Alvarez down there at Marshall, only with his next win, will join the 200 win club. Bo Robinson there at Yoakum, who has been wildly underrated throughout the course of his career, is going to get to the 200-win club whenever he gets his next 2 wins, which, again, seems like pretty standard fare. Burnett Pickle. Burnett's coach, Brian Wood, is almost certainly, well, I don't know. Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good. Yeah. 5 wins, and he can get to the 200-win plateau. Jake Fazell at Gunner, pictured to your left, can get to the 200-win plateau with their next 6 wins there at Gunner. And then Chris Souza down there at Beeville Jones can get, if they can have a big year, a double-digit win season at Jones, he can get to the 200-win mark as well. Those are coaches who have an opportunity to get to big round numbers heading into the 2023 season. Again, Larry Hill feels like that could happen. Richard Barrett feels like it could happen. Todd Rogers would take a great year.
Yep.
But I would say definitely in at least the next 2 years he's going to get there. And then Jack Alvarez, Bo Robinson, and Jake Fazell for sure look like they'll do it. Brian Wood, right now I think Burns probably 3rd place maybe there in district. So I think 200 wins is probably within reach. And then Chris Souza's got a great shot there at Beeville Jones as well. So that's the coaches. But one thing we maybe don't pay a ton of attention to, maybe we should, are the all-time winningest programs in Texas high school football history. So let's take a look at the teams that are the all-time winningest programs in Texas high school football history. Lapping the field, Highland Park, number 1, 875 all-time wins. Obviously, you've got to be playing football for a long time as well. Conroe Grand Oaks is probably never going to catch Highland Park. I hate to break it to the Grizzlies.
Right.
We'll hear from their coach coming up here in just a moment. But probably not going to catch Highland Park. 875 wins. Mart is next at 820. Then Amarillo. Then you get to Temple. Temple is Temple probably, they have these are two moving targets because obviously all these programs are active. I do not think that Amarillo is going to win 7 more games than Mart this year. I do not think Temple is going to win 14 more games than Amarillo.
Yeah, the ladder kind of shifts together.
The top 4 all seem pretty set, I would say. I don't think you're going to see any movement.
No.
You get down 5 through 7, and they are all bunched together. So Plano's at 776. They're the 5th winningest program in Texas high school football history.
Coming in with a new coach this year,
Coming in with a new coach. Refugio's 1 win behind them at 775. If you had to pick right now, you'd probably say that Refugio is likely to have one more win than Plano and at least tie them, and then perhaps even surpass them with 2 more wins than
right. I think that
Wildcats.
you could say that Refugio is even likely to go with 16 wins. So
Right.
it just
Correct.
It's kind of one of those things.
I would say one of those things that Refugio likely, in my opinion, to move into 5th place all time. And then you've had this long-standing battle between Brownwood and Longview. Brownwood and Longview presently have the same number of wins, 769 in their all-time history. Both are going to be pretty good. I think both. It's interesting. I'd say right now, probably just because of what they did last year and what they have coming back, Longview might be the favorite to take over sole possession. And then depending on how it breaks, depending on what Plano does, the winner could move all the way up in the 6th place.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think they're going to catch Refugio. Again, I expect Refugio to have a pretty big year. But, let's just, Longview could rattle off 14 wins and it wouldn't necessarily surprise us all that much. And that could, depending on what Plano does in their first year, the new coach, could be enough to move into 6th place. Anyway, that's the all-time wins. But then there's a couple of other teams that I want to highlight here. Obviously, we mentioned Temple. Their next win will be their 800th win. They'll become the 4th program in UIL Texas high school football history to win 800 all-time games. Albany, we mentioned that Denny Faith has got some things to play for. The program has some things to play for as well. If they get to 13 wins, they can join the 750 club. There's only 10 teams that have ever won 750 games. Cameron Yo joined that list last year. Cameron Yo and Cuero actually joined that list last year. Gilmer's in the same boat. They're sitting at 734, or Gilmer and Corsicana are sitting at 734. If Gilmer runs the table, they can get to 750. Corsicana runs the table, they can get to 750. Gilmer seems more likely than Corsicana right now, but there's that. I want to skip that one and then move to Stanford. Stanford's at 690. With 10 wins, they can get to the 700 club, which there's only 20 members of that. Garland, same thing. They can get to the 700 club with a big win. They're at 688. And then Georgetown, their next win will be their 600th.
We were in an era of very popular G logos.
We were, yeah. It's
Gilmer, Garland, and Georgetown.
Gilmer, Garland, Georgetown, all the G's. But I want to focus on the other one. Okay?
Dub.
So right now, the 21st all-time winningest Texas high school football program is Wichita Falls, sitting at 691 wins. Now, Old High, of course, has state championships to their name. They're a big-time decorated program.
But this is about to be the last shot.
This is it.
That's crazy.
So
wherever they finish this year, that's the number.
This is Wichita Falls', if you didn't know, Wichita Falls' final year of existence. Wichita Falls ISD is going to close all 3 high schools with Ryder, Hershey, and Old High. And they're going to consolidate them into 2 brand spanking new high schools starting next year. So this is the last year for Old High.
Yep.
And they have an opportunity to join Elite Company and be one of, as of this writing, 20 programs to be a 700-win program. But the buzzer goes off at the end of the season.
And being that close to 700, that's...
You can't be at 699. Don't win 8 games. Don't win 8 games. I would
Freeman,
honestly,
are you listening?
honestly, probably better off winning 7 than 8. Okay?
You do not want to end at 699.
Win 7 or 9, but don't win 8. Okay?
Come on,
Because then
Dub.
you're going to hear about it forever. Anyway, that is one thing I'm going to have my eye on. Can Wichita Falls get to 9 wins? Because if they do, they'll join the 700-win club. So there you go. There are some milestones to keep an eye on. By the way, if you are interested, and I can say this because my dearly departed grandmother is an alum, but North Dallas can become the first program with 700 losses. They're 697 right now. Yes.
Well,
it's tough. You know what? Run the table. Bulldogs.
I was going to say 16-0 state champs.
15-1.
Yeah,
well, they can slip up somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but that is one thing. Another thing that we'll keep our eye on. North Dallas at 697.
Yeah, not a celebrated milestone.
No, but a round number nonetheless, which is what we talk about here on
Math Tuesday.
We're Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at TCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hope you'll go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe to become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. Get 3 magazines, a year's worth of exclusive online content, and a year's worth of Texan Live, our streaming service, with thousands of Texas high school games on TexanLive.com. Everything I just mentioned, all for the low price of $49.95 for the whole year. $49.95 for the whole year. You get 3 magazines, including the 2023 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, which is why I look so tired. We send the magazine to press on Friday. If you subscribe this week, I can guarantee you will get it before it hits newsstands. I can guarantee you. So, TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Get it done right now. Now, word from our friends.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texas loves doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful, long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
Pickle, we are rapidly approaching Big Dumb Hat season, which is 7-on-7, because state qualifying tournaments are going on around the state. Gives us an opportunity to catch up with some of the coaches that we otherwise don't get to see very often. One of those guys, Shaun McDowell, the new head coach of the Conroe Grand Oak Grizzlies, moving over from a very successful tenure there at Richmond Foster. Our Matt Stepp caught up with him. Here is Shaun McDowell of Conroe Grand Oaks here on Texas Football Today.
Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, back here at the Grand Oaks 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament, here with the new head coach of the Grand Oaks Grizzlies, Coach Shaun McDowell. Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us, as you are the big-time tournament director here, getting this thing up and running, right?
Yeah, I'm only about half a big-time as you are, but yeah, we're getting after it over here this morning. It's a beautiful day. The weather's great, and time for some great 7-on-7 football.
There you go. Now, Coach, you got hired early in the was it before Christmas? Did you get officially hired, or right after Christmas?
Right before Christmas. My first day was the first day of school here this semester.
So you're the rare new coach at a school who's had the luxury of a full off season. Obviously, that's hugely important. So when you got your feet on the ground, you met the kids, at the start of the semester. What were some of the big things you wanted to get accomplished this off season as a new guy coming in, trying to learn the kids, learn the teachers? You're learning everything.
Yeah, the big thing was just coming in. I was at Foster for 10 years, so I knew how everything was done, and just coming in, all new surroundings. Number one was getting in front of the kids as fast as we could, which I did. Getting to know the coaches, meeting all the coaches, seeing how they work. Seeing how, trying to just remember names, man. That's a big thing for me. I think that's important. Just watching everything, just observing. That observing didn't last long because I jumped right in with both feet, kind of head first a little bit. And
seemed like a hands-on kind of guy.
Yeah. The shepherd got to smell like his sheep kind of deal, So we jumped in there, got after it. I started trying to hire an OC and DC. The coaches really welcomed me and did a great job. And the kids, have been outstanding, man. Great work ethic, super positive. Been able to go through like an 8-9 week off season, 12-week off season really, and then jump into spring football has been really magical. So here we are.
All right, now, Coach, looking ahead to 2023, first of all, let's talk about your district a little bit. And I feel like, obviously the Woodlands has been a traditional power for a long time. I feel like they kind of take up a lot of the oxygen in the room,
right.
And no one talks about the other Conroe ISD schools. But when you look at it, the brand of football that's played in Conroe ISD seems to really have improved. College Park's got a lot of excitement with the new coach as well. Coach Hardiman's done a great job at Conroe. Oak Ridge is loaded with talent. There's better football in Conroe ISD than just the Woodlands. Obviously, the Woodlands is good too, but it's a really good district top to bottom competitive-wise, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Coming in, taking a look at everything, I think we get a little bit of a look away because we're not Region 3, and most of Houston is Region 3, and I'm coming from Region 3, but Region 2 coming, so we go north, so we kind of get overlooked a little bit, but I'll tell you what, man, Conroe ISD is about as talented as they come. Obviously, just our district in general, but just Conroe ISD. Obviously, Woodlands kind of sets the standard, or all of us are, chasing for what they've been able to do and earn. But we're not scared of anybody, if that makes any sense. It's a few new coaches, myself, Coach, and obviously Hardiman's done a great job at Conroe, and we're coming in trying to figure it out. But the talent is unreal, and I went to College Park spring game last night. They're going to be good. Oak Ridge has got D1s everywhere.
You got some dudes, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the Woodlands is going to be really good. Conroe's got some athletes that are going to be outstanding. Us, we're going to be young. We're going to go out there and compete. I think Caney Creek is on the rise a little bit. So like for our 6 teams, I think that it's going to be super competitive, and the addition of obviously New Caney and Willis.
Yeah.
Golly. So it's the gauntlet, and we got to be ready to go, man. It's going to be fun.
Look at, obviously, you guys haven't put on, you put on pads in spring ball, but you haven't put on pads and played anybody else yet. So you haven't quite got the feel of your team's personality. But what do you think the Grand Oaks Grizzlies are going to hang their hat on in 2023?
I think, number one, that we're a smart team. Our kids are really smart. So we're going to be able to do some things and be able to adjust on the fly and install things that maybe I haven't been able to do in the past, past few years at Foster. But, I'm really excited about our work ethic. Man, our kids are coming to work every day. We're tough. We're getting tougher. And we were able to see that because we just finished up their first spring football ever. Mm-hmm. So we really did 2 spring footballs. We did a few weeks, almost 3-4 weeks in shorts, and then we came back and did it in pads again. And they responded well. They learned. I think they're gonna come out and we're gonna shock some people. Again, our district's gonna be really tough, and we got to play every week. But I'm really excited about what we got.
All right, now guys are competing in 7-on-7 today. From your perspective, what are the things that you want to see out of your kiddos today?
We just got to go out there and make plays, man. This is our second tournament. We played at the Side Creek tournament last week, beat Bridgeland, beat Fort Bend Austin, lost to Side Creek, who ended up winning it. I was really happy with the way we came out and competed and we played. We made some plays. Now we've got another week of practice in our belt. We're starting to gel. We're missing some guys due to the camps and some graduations and stuff like that. But, our home turf, man, we got to defend it, man. What do they say? Defend the den or something like that. I don't know. We don't have a funky saying like that yet. But, I'm really excited to watch our kids play today at our spot.
All right, final question for you. It's a fun question for you. You came from Foster, other side of town. You're on this side of town now. Have you found any good spots to eat? Where you found any good spots around here to grab a bite to eat at?
Woodson's over here, really good off of 99. I really like. There's Jackson's Burgers over here in Spring. That is daggum good. Somebody told me Twin Peaks and all that was really good. I ain't been there yet.
Now, what's your go-to at Woodson's? What's the Coach McDowell special? What's your go-to?
I get that Nashville hot, man. Okay, Nashville hot chicken. Yes, sir. Every time. So.
All right, Coach, we'll appreciate your time. Enjoy watching your kiddos compete, and maybe after the tournament we'll go grab some Woodson's and get some hot chicken. What do you say?
Let's go, man.
There is Shaun McDowell, head coach of the Conroe Grand Oak Grizzlies, down there at a state qualifying tournament. Appreciate his time catching up with our backwards hatted friend Matt Stepp.
From backwards hat to a big hat, big dumb hat.
Yes. Oh, yes. I thought you were saying I have a big dumb head, which true, but also kind of out of nowhere.
Sometimes you got to hit him with a zinger,
So we teased this off the top, Pickle, but we have a pretty decently sized announcement to make here on this here episode of Texas Football Today. And here to help make that announcement is our Director of Recruiting, Greg Powers.
Grev.
What's up, y'all?
Hi, dude. Doing all right?
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be on camera today.
Yeah, we were...
Came branded up at least.
Yeah, thank you very much. I did not. But you have been working the phones, you have been you've been on your grind, I would say. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, the Cruton traveling man.
You're the Cruton traveling man.
I just love that.
And-
There's some country song that needs to be written
And
about
as
that.
a result, we have a pretty decent size announcement for something that's going to happen tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Let's go.
What's going on tomorrow?
4-star defensive end, hybrid defensive end, Logan Thomas from Katy Pato is set to announce his decision here
What?
live on Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Whoa! Really?
Huge.
Let's go.
4:30 p.m. tomorrow, live from Katy, Dave Campbell's Texas Football exclusively will broadcast the commitment of the number 41 prospect in the state, Logan
Big
Thomas.
timer.
4-star.
Big timer. He's got a
Whoa.
top
His
10
top
list.
10 list is insane.
Yeah, his top 10 list is pretty epic. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Arizona, USC, Notre Dame, Georgia,
Jeez.
Texas, Ole Miss, and Colorado.
And he's got he's just narrowed it down to 10.
He's narrowed it down to 10.
Wow. So he's going to commit live on TexasFootball.com tomorrow.
Live on TexasFootball.com.
YouTube.com/Dave Campbell's TF.
Wow, on our YouTube page. That is incredible. Logan Thomas, the Katy Pato 4-star defensive end,
All-American.
will choose between those 10 big-time programs tomorrow live on Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Yeah,
that is
it's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Wow, look at you, traveling Cruton, man.
Yeah, let's just get around the state.
Grinding. Incredible. Okay. And I guess we'll probably have a little bit of pregame coverage beforehand.
Yes.
And get you set up. So he's going to commit at 4:30, right?
We're going to go live on the air at 4:30.
Okay.
His commitment is scheduled to kick off. He should be sitting down at the table at 4:45.
4:45. So 4:30, we'll be on the air here on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Dave Campbell's TF. We will be live at 4:30 to get you ready to the commitment at 4:45 for Logan Thomas, the 4-star defensive end. We'll probably talk about this tomorrow on Texas on This Week in Recruiting, but you got a feeling, or are you kind of flying blind?
Well, I'm going to go. I think I like 3 schools. You know, there's some strong Texas A&M influence. They signed. They just have good ties in at Katy Pato. I kind of am feeling schools like Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Texas Tech.
Wow.
In this one, I think if I had a gun to my head and I had to pick, those are 3 schools that I would separate out, and those are 3 schools that I got a good feel for when we were down at Pato to visit with Logan Thomas as well. So if you want to do some research on some of those schools, we have a great interview on the site from Logan Thomas earlier in the spring. All of it's still relevant because he talked about the top schools in the mix for his signature for that.
Tomorrow, 4:30 p.m., exclusively on TexasFootball.com and on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Dave Campbell's TF. Logan Thomas from Katy Pato will commit live on our air. That's very exciting.
Let's do it.
I think that counts our final thoughts, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at texasfootball.com. Thanks again to Shaun McDowell of Conroe Grand Oaks and to Greg Powers for being our guests. For Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you tomorrow on Texas Football Today.